Hey YouTubers, got a product I want to check out with you guys and take a look at it. I took it out of the package already. Just wanted to show you this. It's a essential survival can by Lifeline. That's the brand. This was something you would get at like a Columbia store. Um, but it's Lifeline makes a lot of different products, like first aid kits, and I've got a first aid kit we're gonna review as well later on. But this is one of those emergency cans you're supposed to take with you, and if you get lost and separated from camp or whatever, this is everything you need for a 72-hour to take care of you. So it's got an emergency whistle, emergency candle, stainless steel surgical blade, emergency compass, waterproof matches, duct tape. It's got a survival guide, safety pins, wound closure strips, aluminum foil, reusable Ziploc bag, fishing line, fish hooks, sinker weight, snare wire, and emergency cord. So one thing too, and here's what it looks like. It's in a big can. It's about 3.5 inches wide, and it's about 2 inches deep, which is different from most of those little tins. Most of them are like a little Altoids can, very small, and show you a little Altoids tin if you don't know what they look like. Most of them are about this size. So as you can see, the comparison is a lot bigger. You could still get this in a backpack, but as soon as I open a package, I noticed this. And what I find is funny is it says water resistant when sealed, do not open until necessary. And you can see the lid doesn't even stay on very good. It's just comes straight off. So it doesn't even seal really good. Not taped or anything. I figured, oh, okay, it's going to be taped. But no. So just so you know, don't put a lot of weight in these survival kits in a can. These prepackaged things, there's a lot of Bear Grylls or whatever makes them. I don't want to dog people out for making them. I think they're a great start if you don't know anything about it. But usually, if people don't know anything about it, they're not going to buy one. If they don't know anything about survival, they don't know to buy one of these. But if someone were to stumble across this and they needed it, then yeah. So it does, for one, I give it props. It does have a bigger container. You could probably actually boil water in that. So one of the things it has is a plastic bag. Kind of opened it a little bit and looked through a few things. But it's got a plastic bag. So that's actually pretty good for water. It says it's got emergency candle, which is basically a tea light. So I don't know about, unless it's got some kind of super wax, which it kind of looks different than most tea lights. So the package says it actually will burn up to 6 hours. I've never timed a tea light, so I don't know if that's true. It's got an emergency whistle, which to me looks very cheap. It says made in China. Not that all the stuff that they make is cheap, but it's, I guess, let's see. It's loud enough in an emergency situation. Rolled up duct tape, good for everything. Waterproof matches, which stuck on the box. Surprised it didn't have another little plastic bag over it or something. The emergency cord, it's basically just nylon twine. Probably can't use that for very much. But whatever. Here's some really thick aluminum foil. They've got it packed down pretty good. I actually think that would be useful. Aluminum foil is going to be useful, but this is not like the aluminum foil you'd buy. I think this is a little bit sturdier. So that's actually pretty good. You got a little button compass. Just going to give direction, basic general direction. Now, it's got some snare wire in here, and I actually think this is pretty usable. This is thick enough wire that you can actually make snares, and there's enough of it. You could probably make 3 or 4 snares with that, which, you know, you're going to have to make more than one. You're not just going to be able to make one snare and hope that all the rabbits go through that one snare. You're going to have to make, you know, to be successful, at least 6. You could probably get a good start with this, and then use some natural fibers or something. Fishing line, sinkers, hooks. This is actually pretty decent. There's enough line in there that you can actually... I wish they would put it on a spool instead of just like that, because once you get that out of there, it's probably going to tangle real easy. But probably to save space. So that is pretty decent. Okay, I'll go along with that. That's pretty good. Some kind of survival guide. Oh, just a disclaimer, I'm sure. I'm sure the lawyers put that in there. You got one surgical blade, which, if you saw my other videos, a surgical blade is really in the very basic of survival. You can use that as a knife, cutting tool, skinning, using that to do small surgery or cleaning up wounds or something like that. Make a handle for it. If you can see the outline of it there, I don't know. Here's the end. You could actually put a handle on that with some twine, wrap it on there, or fishing line or whatever. So that's pretty cool. Some of those don't have that. You got some. Let's see here. These are butterfly bandages where you keep the wounds together if you get a major cut, and then you got 3 safety pins in the bottom. And then you can use the container to store, you know, whatever, or to boil water. I think you could actually boil water in that pretty decently, and use this bag to collect it. And you can also use this foil as well to make a little pot to boil water in. So all in all, I think this is actually a pretty decent start. There's a lot of room in there. I don't like the lid closure on it, but I like the fact that it's so big. There's a lot of things I would add to this that would actually be able to fit into this can. What I don't like is the price. I think this retails for $20. So I wouldn't pay $20 for it. I would pay half that. But that's a good start to put other supplies in there. I do like the can, even though the lid doesn't fit off there. I think it would probably be a better idea if you put everything that you needed in there and then sealed it with duct tape. That's just some more duct tape. Keep it waterproof, keep the lid on, and have some extra duct tape in case you needed it. But this is the essential survival can from Lifeline. And I'm going to go ahead and give it a thumbs up. I don't like the price, but everything else I think is fairly decent as these kits go. It's a good start. So thanks for watching. Have a good day. It's Deputy Dog 24 out.